So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone. The excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And already we're underway here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I'd be hard-pressed to find a player who's more versatile than this fella, Jordan Henderson. So much so, his best position is always in debate. I think he's better when he has the whole pitch in front of him, more time to pick his passes to greater effect, and then read the play if a turnover occurs.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. And the shot! Brilliant from Pele!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Vietnam are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And it's Zanetti. Baresi kept his eye on it, and he's there. Zanetti. Played out wide.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. No, he's not getting his way this time. Oh, can he get onto this? Roberto Carlos.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
That's beautifully weighted. Referee's had a good look and given a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And he's there to clear it. And now they can spring out of defence. Scholes is always scanning the pitch for targets. Rijkaard. Out towards the flank. Oh, he's played it in low. Well read. And the danger is averted. Well, they've got it again. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. That has not gone well. Pele. Played into space. Floated through. Shapes to shoot! Goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
So that's two now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Vietnam are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And this is Batistuta. Now that looks a decent ball. And that has been knocked clear. Baresi. That's a sharp pass. Henderson cuts out the pass. Zanetti. Chooses to go cross-field. And it's Roberto Carlos. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Scholes.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Messi. Rijkaard. And the whistle goes for half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Vietnam really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team. So I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Here we go again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
And it's Vieira.
And again, they're pressing effectively. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Vieira. That's a lovely, neat pass. That's good play. And Messi! Oh, crossbar! And that should get the job done. And this is Hullet. That's an excellent interception. Pele. And the counter is on. And he welcomes it in. And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Hullet.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Scholes. Now, what about a counter-attack? Now it's Scholes. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. No, again, there's no way through. Ibrahimovic looks to get on the end of this. And here's Hullet. Oh, super ball. Messi! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Messi can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Gattuso. That's a cute ball. No luck with that dink over the top. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Scholes. And it's Roberto Carlos. Jordan Henderson. Passing is crisp and sharp. Pele. Shot could be on. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And he decides to cross it. That's a decent clearance. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Caceres, the man that is tenacity personified. Now it's Pele. He's under a lot of pressure there. Zanetti. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Zanetti is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Ibrahimovic is sharing after that one.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Gullit. Nice looking ball. Messi. And that's a simple one for the keeper. That has ended up in no man's land. Roberto Carlos. Bastoni turns back here, probably the best option. Scholes. Pele. And it's Roberto Carlos. He's a sharp little ball here. Roberto Carlos gets into some space.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Knocks it out wide. Deflected behind for a corner kick.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Gullit. And now a sudden chance to counter.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Well, played right into his... And Batistuta! Relentless! Just relentless! And the lead is extended still further.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Now it's Batistuta. Aimed beyond the defence. And this is Batistuta. Batistuta! And now they can clear their lines. And we're done. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone.
Hello, attendees.
Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right...
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We have already started here. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And it's Maicon. He's a sharp little ball here. He is through here. Real chance! And he's done it!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly. I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
So, a breakthrough already. Goes for a shot! He has done it! 2, and we've barely begun here. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Vietnam are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal. And it's
shapes to shoot! It's in! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Henderson. It's a good spell of possession, this. Zanetti. He's picked his way through. Oh, what a climb! Sticks it away! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Henderson did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Now it's Pelé. Now it's Hazard. And he was quick to react. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And this is Batistuta. Zanetti. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Hullet. Well, this is certainly not boring. What a great game we've got here. Probing pass. And he's taking no chances there. Roberto Carlos, very much a man of this moment. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Rui Costa. Vieira. Now it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Hazard. Gattuso. Looking for a runner. Chips it through. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Zanetti. Bastoni. And it's Tonali. For Jordan Henderson. And it's Cáceres. And it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, can he get onto this? Roberto Carlos. Jordan Henderson. Roberto Carlos. Gattuso does really well there. He is strong. Bastoni. Tonali has created one goal already. And it's Azar.
Well, at least they acknowledge the effort. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Here's Cáceres. Zanetti. Hazard. Zanetti plays it in low. Cleared away. And this could be the final action of the first half. Oh, he's been caught napping. He gets big. Marvellous goal. Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things... And that is going to be the final action of the first half. The midway point of the game.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
Appearing intoxicated or behaving in an inappropriate manner will be removed. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Here we go again then.
Vietnam can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Baresi. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. He won't be happy with that one. Roberto Carlos. Rui Costa. Nice sequence of passes, this. The ball is loose and the chase is on.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press. Now that's a lovely exchange. Might be danger here. Oh, it's a great ball here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now this could be a chance. Azar. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Ambitious ball here. Neatly clipped into space. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. It's an inviting looking ball, that. That's beautifully weighted. Throw in. Maicon.
That's good play from him.
Fired deep towards... Climbs up big! And he's taking no chances there.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Bastoni, always on the lookout for any signs of danger.
Vietnam may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Thinks about the shot, and the shot! He's got a goal! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Quite a thriller this one's become. And he shoots! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
It's their second corner of the game. Played out to the right, lofted in. Vietnam have the chance to go the other way. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Tonali. And it's Zanetti. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, Red, nice interception. Has a look and plays it forward. Gattuso. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the...
He rises! And that's a real chance missed.
Oh, and looking, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Substitutions taking place.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Played into space. That is good alertness. Vietnam are looking to break at pace. And this is Messi, showing good feet. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
No, that's been intercepted. And he's cut it out. Conte. And it's Gattuso. Baresi.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
He's shifting through the gears here. Torres! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Fernando Torres clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
All hands on deck for this one. Gets his head on it! Against the crossbar. That has been knocked clear.
Has been indicated.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Oh, sweet feet. And he was alert to it. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. And time is up. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix
Please
of
make sure
action
to
and
watch the
plenty
screen
of
for
talking points.
information.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We have already started here. Pelé gives it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Passing is crisp and sharp.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Rijkaard. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now it's Messi. Messi, this is promising. And he's chosen to go back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Nicked it back promptly. Opts for safety. Caceres. Pelé. And it's Azar. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Nice sequence of passes this. And here's Batistuta. Baresi is there and he can get that clear.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Looking for the run. In with the challenge. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Gets a good foot in there.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. He's got away. Oh, he's Batistuta! Batistuta with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Howson. Tonali. Tonali can see things others simply cannot. He's having a go! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Howson. And it's Zanetti. Now, can they get him away? Nicely weighted ball. Zanetti delivers. And that's gone behind for a goal kick.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Hazard. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, this looks sharp. Could move up a gear here. Oh, that has not gone well. And they've got rid. Throw-in. It's Rui Costa. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Jordan Henderson has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And here's Vieira. Azar. And the half-time whistle goes. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Vieira did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And the finish! Goal! The breakthrough arrives at last! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Another pass just keeps it ticking over.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's looking to catch him up.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Zanetti, a man never lacking in drive or determination. Shot, and the shot! And it's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So that's two now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Jordan Henderson. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Passing is crisp and sharp. And this is Hullet. That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Pele. Azar. Pele. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Hazard, now can he find a... And a shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
And that has put paid to that. Zanetti. Now he's off and running. Vieira. Rui Costa. Now Gattuso. Passes short and sharp. Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, it's a great ball here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
It's a pretty loose pass. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Vietnam finding their passes. And here's Messi. That's very neat. He's having a shot! He has done it! Back to within one! Interesting! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Vietnam get themselves back into contention.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
He's had it taken off him. Great run on the overlap here.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Rui Costa, Messi, Bastoni does well to get it back. Pele, Caceres. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough.
Tries a shot!
It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
Ibrahimovic!
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Batistuta. Pele, that's a good ball out wide. Zanetti. And that's it. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
It can be difficult at times playing in front of your own fans if you're not living up to the expectations. And I think with confidence looking a little fragile at the moment, they were playing not to lose more than trying to win, and I think everything was just a letdown because of that.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening.